finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks. Yo, what's good, people? Myself, man like Rage, back with another video for you lot. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit subscribe. You gotta be in it to win it. Support your boy. Let's go. So, I've been seeing this whole case that's been going on with YSL. You lot know Woody, Young Thug, and the rest of the guys. I don't know all of the names. I ain't been following it that deep. But what I want to say is, what I want to address, yeah? Because let's address it. Like, do people think, yeah, that outside the streets are still going the way they used to be? Let me not even say the way they used to be, because people have been speaking from way back when. The road life, the street life, the whole gangster thing, it has been done. And when I say it's being done, not like man are going out there and doing it. I'm saying done as it's being finished. Finito. The game is over. It's been over. You see me? I'm not involved in all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not to do with me. But for the ones that are involved and feel like that's the route that they want to take and that's the route that they're going down, you lot need to understand things have changed and nobody is safe. You lot feel like there's a street code that is going to protect you lot and keep you lot safe. There isn't no street code that's going to protect you lot and keep you lot safe, because who you lot are classifying as real life gangsters in the streets, in the field, are speaking to police. Man are getting taken into interrogation rooms, into police stations and all of these things. And crimes are happening. And they're getting told, yo, you're facing 25 to life and all of these things. Then their head starts getting hot. Now man starts going into survival mode and panicking and thinking, how can I get myself out of this? Everybody else is irrelevant. The street codes and all of that thing, it's irrelevant. That's why you're seeing your favorite rappers are now in court cases talking and saying everything. Because the only thing that comes down to it when it's them and the judge and their life is how they can come out on top. So many scenarios have happened where men have been put in these predicaments and they've folded. Very, very, very few have kept it 100% street. Even when you watch all the old school gangster films and your, I don't know, your mafias and all of that and rare-tear, along the line somewhere you see that one of them fold. One of them fold. And you lot think that you lot are out here being big gangsters when what you lot have done is, I don't know, sold a little bit of drugs, rolled with a knife, and you lot think you're gangsters. No, that is low-level criminals. You're just low-level criminals. You want to think you want to label yourself a gangster? Cool, you can label yourself whatever, but the reality of it is not gangster. And the real gang, I've seen the blood, I've seen it. The gangsters will be like, yeah, we don't like police, we don't cooperate with police, nothing with police. Even if police tell us we can say no comment, we don't even say no comment, we just stay silent until the whole interview is done. Are you not done? Cool. Then they let us go and do whatever. If a man is getting a bird, a man's going to serve his bird and come out and continue with his life. But man are saying they're gangsters, but they want to take plea deals and all of these things. That is cooperation, because they're offering you something and you're saying, yeah, all right, cool. I can take this, I can do that. That is cooperation. Damn. And this is what I mean. You lot have got it all twisted. You've been convinced that there's a life that you lot can live and it will be okay if you follow this, and that. But not everybody's playing by the same rules. You might try and play by those rules, but everybody else is using cheat codes. Man are getting told if you say this, say that, say this, you will only get this amount of time and then you can walk free after X, Y, Z. And it's sounding nice to them when they know that they could be facing 25 or whatever it is, but they're getting told, yo, if you tell us rare-tear, you could just serve 2 years, rare-tear, and go home. They're saying, whoa, because their solicitor's telling them, look, you can't leave this without doing anything, without serving no time. You have to serve something, but we'll get you the least amount of time. Oh my days. Man, I'm hearing that and saying, yeah, you know what? All right, I'm going to take that. I'm going to do that. And these are people that you lot are looking at as big, big gangster. I can't believe it. I can't believe how they got you lot. I can't believe how they got you lot. You know what? That whole YSL case and the Woody and Young Thug and the other guy and all of these things. Like, let me play to you lot this clip. This is what this guy had to say, and this well, not allegedly because they've said everything in it. He was the main person doing all of the bootings. He was the guy going out with the machines. He was the guy that was unaliving people. And at the end of it all, when it was all said and done, this is what he went into court and had to, well, this wasn't in court, but this is what he had to say afterwards. Listen to this.
And Pee Wee got you in all this stuff. Pee Wee got on the internet calling people rats. Pee Wee got on the internet saying all he said. Now guess what? He made people mad. People went to dig up the videos. Now people don't dig up the videos. You are what you are, buddy. You official on the Woody and Charleston White team. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm okay with being a snitch. Because I know what I did.
He doesn't care that he's a rat. He don't care that he threw everybody else under the bus. And this is what's crazy. Because when it's time to switch up, you can't govern how a man's mind is gonna think and how a man's mind is gonna go. When he's ready to talk, he's gonna talk. And this is what's crazy to me. Because I've seen so much stuff happen in the world, in the roads. Like, that is a guy who's been live outside talking about he went out and was doing bootings with his friends. He was shooting.
Ooh. Cause you gotta understand, Thug and them wasn't doing the killing and shooting. He was.
He called Lil Woody on him.
He was doing, and didn't you hear him say on stand, when they call me, I don't ask no question. I just go.
He just go.
He told y'all that when he shot up Rich Homie Quan. He said, when they call, I don't ask no question, I just go. Don't y'all forget he a real killer. They know who to mess with. See, one thing you ain't never seen, my nigga, is two vipers get in the pit. That's why the baddest boxers never really fight each other.
And now he's online saying, yeah, he doesn't care. He's going to tell rare, but no one can tell him anything. And this is the game that you lot want to invest in. This is the game that you lot want to put your life in. Before I came on this video, I had a call with a man because I was asking him a question. Like, you see the streets, rare. And he said to me, you know what? He went to jail for having arms on him. You know, I don't know if I can say. All right, you know, he said he went to jail for having a gun on him. And he said he got sentenced to a certain amount of time. He ended up doing 6-7 years. And that was 6-7 years of his life that he can't ever get back. And he said if he could have done things differently, he would have done them differently. But you lot get twanged into believing that man them go jail and it's all good. They do their life. The man them go jail and they're under pressure. They wish if they could be somewhere else, they would be somewhere else. The crazy thing to me is, like, I've seen man, for instance, I'm going to give you a scenario. I've seen Jake talk about Paul. Like, Jake is saying, oh no, Paul is a rat, Paul is a snitch, Paul is this, Paul is that. I'm never going to respect Paul for anything he done. That's all the things that Jake's saying. Then Luke comes along and says to Jake, yo, I've got 50 bags here. I need you to help me do my mixtape, rare. And you know what Jake said? Jake said, 50 bags. Even though he was a known snitch as well. He worked with him and took the 50 bags. And this is what I mean, the streets has done. Word to greatness, Dex.
Drop it out, family.
All you youngers coming up in the game thinking that this street code is going to protect you and keep you safe. It's not going to protect you and keep it safe. Because one of the man them are going to end up sitting down in front of the feds, and the feds are going to tell them, yo, you're looking at 25 to life if you don't tell us rare. And a man's head starts getting hot, and he starts thinking about survival mode. He starts going into survival mode and thinking, how can he get himself out of this? And do you know what he does? He starts to cooperate. But man are out here thinking they're big gangsters, blood. But I've heard real life gangsters say, blood, I don't like feds, I don't deal with feds, I don't cooperate with feds. Even in the interview room, I don't even say no comment when they tell me I can say no comment, because that's cooperating to me. I just say nothing at all. And then when they're done and they let me go, they let me go. If I do my jail time, if I get guilty or whatever, I do the time, I keep silent, and I come out when it's done. I don't go in there and start saying it's not me, it weren't me, because now it looks like I'm trying to point fingers at other people or trying to point them in different directions. I got found guilty for something, I was around. It wasn't me that done it, but I'm going to keep it fully gangster and hold it down. Man are thinking that they're out here selling weed, rolling with knives, selling little food, and they think they're gangsters. Bro, there's man out here that are doing real life bootings every single other day, getting man down, kidnapping people, keeping people locked away in rooms, torturing them. When they get caught for that, they don't say nothing. Even if it weren't them that was doing it, bruv, they keep and they live by the real gangster code thing. They don't say nothing at all. They don't even try and explain to get themselves out of this scenario, because they're thinking, blood, this is what I signed up for. And man are thinking that they're that level of gangster because they've been around one, two little stabbing, or you've seen someone bring out a gun or and they think they're blood. Most people ain't even ever been involved in something like a murder, and they're trying to pin it onto you, and it's like they're saying to you, like, rah, this murder's happened, you was there, was you involved, like what's going on? And they're trying to pin it on you, or they're trying to give you time for perverting the court of justice if you say you're not saying red. Most people have never been in a mad situation like that. But they're quick to say, my man's a rat, my man's this, my man's that, because of them type of situations. But most of you ain't ever been in no real gangster shit, no real street shit. You lot are just observing. And then everyone comes online with their fake accounts and their opinions, giving their opinions. I don't rate that. Bruv. It's crazy out there. And that's why I just stay away from it. I stay out of it. Because I've seen it. I've seen how fake it is. People are still going to come online and try and defend it and say, yeah, nah, man's gangster, man's this, man's that. Bladder, you ain't done nothing. You ain't been involved in nothing real to that level, to that extent. You've not been involved in some petty stuff, blood, where the feds don't really even care about.
Drop it out, family.
They just, listen. With that being said, my soul rage, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and remember one thing only. God is the greatest.
Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.